guys, it's Stock Curry, and man, there was a lot of confusion on whatever plays today. So I've got all of the correct information this time. I'm gonna lay things out and clear things up for you guys. I've also got 14 stock picks for you, so let's get into it. All right, a quick update on news. We have the August jobs report number coming out on Friday. Also, Monday is a market holiday, so I don't know what's gonna happen Friday. The Asian markets are red right now. The futures are up a little bit. If I was going to guess, I'd say Friday's probably going to be a little bit of a red day, just as people take profits and they don't want to hold over a 3-day weekend. For those of you who are not U.S. residents, Monday is a holiday here in the U.S., and so the markets are going to be closed. And in addition to that, I will not have a video for you on Monday. I will actually be back with you guys on Tuesday. So enjoy your long weekend, and I hope you guys enjoy your break for those of you who are in the U.S. Now, let's get into these stock picks because, like I said, I've got 14 stocks and one cryptocurrency to talk about. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks on YouTube. Every day, I watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos, and then I consolidate all of the stock picks from the top YouTubers, and I put them together into a single video. I give you both the cliff notes on their stock picks as well as my analysis on their stock picks. Now, if anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock, and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. For those of you who are wondering, you are currently looking at the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull is going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. All right, let's get into today's stock picks. And first, just a quick cryptocurrency update. What you're looking at right now is ADA. This is Cardano. Someone let me know in the comment section of the YouTube video yesterday that Cardano got above $3 for the first time ever. All cryptos continue to run up. Bitcoin got back above $50,000 at one point, and Ethereum remains near $3,800. So again, as people prepare for a possible market correction, I do expect to see more and more money move into cryptocurrencies. And now on to our stock picks, and first up is CHPT. This is ChargePoint. They are the largest charging station company in North America with 73% of the total market share. They are also starting to expand globally. Stockmo said that after CHPT crushed earnings, he thinks CHPT will get to between $30 and $40 a share by the end of this year. The traveling trader said CHPT should be helped by the infrastructure bill that is currently being considered by Congress. Stockmo pointed out that the infrastructure bill includes $7.5 billion for EV charging stations. Chris Sain is also bullish on CHPT again. And I will let you know that I sold my CHPT call options that I bet on Wednesday at the open on Thursday for a more than 100% profit. If you want to see everything I buy and sell within minutes of making the trade, I post all of my trades on Facebook and Twitter for free. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Real Scott Curry if you want to join me in these plays that double up overnight. Next up is F. This is Ford. And Stockmo let us know that Ford's new vehicle sales declined by 33% in August due to the chip shortage. Ford was down less than 1% on that news. F is already beat down, and it is actually below its long-term trend line, so that news didn't really affect the stock price that much. Stockmo thinks news of the chip shortage and difficulties getting vehicles manufactured is already priced into a lot of these EV stocks, including F and GM. Next up is LCID. This is Lucid Group, and they're an American EV manufacturer. LCID was up another 4% on Thursday, and based upon the after-hours action, it looks like it might rise again on Friday. I did sell my weekly $19 call option on LCID on Thursday, but I am holding on to my $20 monthly September call option. LCID is still recovering from its lockup expiration that occurred on Wednesday. StockMo thinks LCID will get back above $20 by the end of this month. I personally think it'll get back to around $21 or $22 within the next 2 weeks. Now, StockMo also mentioned a possible short squeeze opportunity on LCID. So I checked Ortex, and the utilization is near 100% with 4.27 days to cover. So yes, LCID is heavily shorted. And verifying that on Fintel, we can see that there were 0 shares left available to borrow at the open on Thursday, but 100,000 shares were returned by the end of the day. So it looks like at least one short seller decided to cover on Thursday. If LCID continues to run up in price and more short sellers cover, that could in fact trigger a short squeeze on LCID. And next up is MA. This is MasterCard. The traveling trader let us know that a lot of the traditional credit card companies have taken a hit lately because of the new fintech firms that are finding new and creative ways to draw in customers. And these traditional credit card companies, such as MasterCard, are just falling behind. Regardless, MA has not been below the 300-day EMA since October of last year, and when it did drop that low, it very quickly recovered. And now we have the same thing with it dropping below the 300-day EMA again. Now, the traveling trader did warn that MA is still a falling knife, and he will be waiting for confirmation of a rebound before buying in. Next up is MP. This is MP Materials. They are the only rare earth mining company in North America. It's been about 6 months since we last talked about MP. MP has traded fairly flat in the last 6 months, but it just formed a very bullish technical pattern. Thursday's candle closed above all of the EMAs, the RSI is rising, and the MACD just had a golden cross on Thursday. So MP is now showing 100% confirmation of a rebound. MP should also perform well as a supplier of raw materials for the infrastructure bill that is currently in Congress. It is for all of those reasons that the traveling trader likes MP. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. StockMo said that he thinks that so long as NIO does not have any more shutdowns, that they can crush numbers and the stock price will go up. But banking on no more shutdowns is risky. A new pandemic variant called MU is spreading throughout the world. China already shut down due to the Delta variant, and I think there's a good chance that they might shut down due to the MU variant as well at some point in the future. And of course, we still have the chip shortage issue that is causing NIO to miss their delivery numbers. And of course, we have the China FUD too. Now that's a lot of negatives, and negatives will beat down a stock price. Sometimes so low that it becomes a great buying opportunity. A lot of people bought into NIO when it dropped down to $36 a few weeks ago. I still think NIO is a great buy at any price below $40. And the traveling trader said he relished the opportunity to buy NIO here for a long-term hold. Now, I actually own an NIO $50 call option. I am bullish on NIO at the current price in both the short-term and long-term, and of course StockMo is bullish also. I also want to point out that NIO now has confirmation of a rebound with the candles above the EMAs, the RSI rising, and the MACD having formed a golden cross. Next up is OLB. This is OLB Group. Keenan Grace recommended getting this one on your watch list. OLB was up 17% today during the day and another 9% after hours. OLB just showed confirmation of a rebound with a golden cross on the MACD, the RSI rising, and the candles above the 10-day and 21-day EMAs. Keenan Grace let us know that OLB is bringing a clean energy Bitcoin mining operation online later this month. This is a momentum play, but it's not a short squeeze play. You might want to consider call options on OLB. Next up is PINS. This is Pinterest. And about a month ago, both the traveling trader and myself felt like the drop in PINS on earnings was an overreaction. Regardless, the share price continued to fall. It has now rebounded and has shown confirmation of a rebound with the golden cross in the MACD, the RSI rising above oversold, and the candles back above the 10-day EMA. The traveling trader reminded us that PINS continues to see incredible growth, and he likes PINS for a long-term hold. Next up is RBLX. This is Roblox, and they're an online gaming platform. There were a lot of people that were really confused about this trade today, including myself. So I spent about 2 hours researching it and trying to get the correct information. I finally have it. So I wanted to let you know about some false news that came out on RBLX. On Wednesday, I saw an article from MarketBeat that talked about how RBLX has a lockup period set to expire on September 6th. September 6th is a Monday, and that's a market holiday, so the lockup expiration would actually be Tuesday. When a company has its IPO, insiders have a 180-day or 6-month lockup period where they are not allowed to sell any shares. After the 180-day period expires, insiders and early investors are allowed to sell, and usually the share price will tank for about a week before recovering. We saw that happen with LCID, where it was down over 20% in one day due to the lockup period expiration. So upon seeing that news article, I bought some RBLX put options. And by some, I mean a lot, like 30 of them. I put 11% of my portfolio into RBLX put options. And of course, I let people on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord know about it also. A lot of people joined me on this play. Well, after the market closed on Thursday, Paul Kim let me know on Twitter that RBLX does not in fact have a lockup period. Another trader, whose Twitter handle is Mr. Dark Ghost, researched further and found out that MarketBeat was wrong. Now, I wasn't sure who to believe, so I dug into it further and I looked at the S1 filing that's about 400 pages long, as well as some more news articles. It was all very confusing, but long story short, MarketBeat was in fact wrong. There is no lockup period expiration on RBLX. Now, as one final check, I wanted to know who wrote this article so that I could contact them and see if perhaps they knew some information that I didn't know about. So I scrolled down to the bottom of the article to see who the author was, and to my surprise, it says, "This instant news article alert was generated by narrative science technology and financial data from MarketBeat." In other words, it was written by a computer. And of course, the market data was based upon what MarketBeat has, and MarketBeat has wrong data because MarketBeat has RBLX listed as an IPO instead of a direct listing. In a direct listing, there is no lockup period. So long story short, a lot of people entered this play by buying the September 10th $80 put option for around 50 cents. And luckily, RBLX dropped today after we bought in. So as you can see, this put option actually closed at 66 cents, which means most people are up about 30% on this play. We were originally planning on holding the options until Tuesday, but now we are planning on selling them on Friday. If this after hours drop in price holds up and RBLX opens down on Friday, then we might just get lucky and make a nice profit on this play after all. But just know that any profits are pure luck, because this entire play was centered around a lockup expiration that didn't exist. It just goes to show you that you shouldn't trust news articles and you need to do your own research before investing in any assets. Okay, next up is SOFI. This is SOFI, and they're an online fintech startup. The traveling trader showed us how SOFI just rebounded off of a major support level at $14. On Wednesday, SOFI showed 100% confirmation of a rebound, with the candles above the 10-day EMA, the RSI rising, and the MACD forming a golden cross. Now would be a great time to buy SOFI for both a short-term trade as well as a long-term hold. If you've been following this channel for any length of time, then you know that I got out of SOFI about a month ago. I think now would be a great time to buy back in. The traveling trader also showed us how the open interest and call options have skyrocketed, which means options traders think SOFI has bottomed out and will go back up from here. And next up is SOXX. This is a semiconductor ETF. It is very similar to SOXL. The difference being that SOXL is a 3 times leveraged ETF, while SOXX is a standard ETF. The traveling trader said that SOXX is forming a double top, which is a technical pattern that can signal a reversal and a pullback. The traveling trader said he would not buy SOXX here, and instead he would wait for it to drop down to the 100-day EMA, which it does on a fairly consistent basis. The 100-day EMA is currently at $439, so an ideal buy-in price on SOXX would be about $440. And next up is TTCF. This is Tattooed Chef. They are a plant-based foods company, and Jeremy with Financial Education let us know that TTCF was up another 7% today and closed above $24. That is very impressive. Now, it's clear that this is mostly a Wall Street bets push to get TTCF higher and trigger a short squeeze. Zip Trader pumped up TTCF today on that short squeeze potential. We are approaching overbought on the RSI, and $24 is also a resistance level for TTCF. So TTCF is going to have difficulty climbing higher on Friday. That said, you really can't predict how strong the momentum from Wall Street bets will be on a stock. I mean, they have over 10 million people on that Reddit channel, and those 10 million people are all pushing the stock higher. So while technically TTCF is near a top and should pull back soon, Wall Street bets could create so much buying pressure that the technicals just don't matter. And Jeremy with Financial Education let us know that TTCF just filed for a trademark on chips, plant-based snacks, nutritional bars, and meal replacement bars. That means TTCF is about to expand beyond frozen foods, and they are about to expand into chips, snacks, and energy bars. That could cause Tattooed Chef sales to rise dramatically while also providing more exposure to their products. And I like the diversification into other food groups also. Jeremy said the frozen food line alone is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. Jeremy said that getting into these other products will help TTCF take the next step forward towards becoming a massive food conglomerate. Next up is VALE. This is VALE, and they're a metal mining company in Brazil. They mine precious metals along with other minerals. The traveling trader has been holding VALE for years. He thinks VALE will do well with the infrastructure bill. Now, even though it's not an American company, it will most likely supply a lot of the iron that will be used to build out the American infrastructure. VALE is an amazing dividend stock with a huge 8.5% dividend yield. Almost every single analyst who covers VALE rates it a buy. The average analyst price target is $25.67, which represents another 34% upside from Thursday's closing price. Also, the forward PE ratio is only 17. So this stock has it all. It's a value stock, it's a growth stock, and it's an incredible dividend stock. You're just not going to find a better stock to invest in for any long-term portfolio. Next up is ZM. The traveling trader likes ZM because it is down to a level that it has not been at since May of this year. It is also down to a support level that was established back in July of last year. Now, one thing that I've always hated about Zoom is that their PE ratio was insane. It was over 500 at one point. In my mind, ZM is a one-trick pony. It will do well if there are more lockdowns, but there are so many other competitors now, including Google, which has been growing their video streaming service like crazy. The forward PE on ZM is down to 61.55, but it's still too high in my mind. Now, the traveling trader pointed out that ZM had its best quarter ever. It actually had its first $1 billion quarter. But as you can see, the stock still tanked after earnings. The problem with ZM is that it's still viewed as a pandemic play. And with everything opening back up again, a lot of people think Zoom sales are going to decline. All of that said, the traveling trader thinks the price drop is too low for him to ignore, and he likes this as an overreaction recovery play. Personally, I'm just going to continue to stay away from it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And again, a reminder, I will not have a video on Monday. It is a 3-day weekend. I will be back with you guys on Tuesday, and the markets are closed on Monday. Now, if you're looking for a broker to trade with, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Now, if you're not a U.S. resident, or if you like to trade OTC penny stocks, or if you don't like payment for order flow, then you can sign up for Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a great trading platform. They have highly discounted trading throughout the U.S. and the rest of the world. Trades start at just $1 US, $1 Canadian dollar, 4 euros, or 6 Australian dollars, depending upon where you guys live. And Webull and Interactive Brokers both give you the full pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I do want to let you know that I have material connections with both of those, so whenever you sign up for Webull or Interactive Brokers, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to continue to produce these great videos for you. Now finally, I want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you on Tuesday.